Okay, welcome to the last of our Adobe Illustrator tutorials for final layouts, final proposals. The last thing I wanted to show you today was how you can use text to create your annotations for your final layout. You can see here that in the pull down we've got the type tool. I've got a new layer called Annotations. I'm checking that my fill and stroke are selected, and if I wanted to, I don't want to make any more changes to these layers, so I can lock those layers where I'm happy with the layout and type in or drag a box where I wanted to type text. Let's say one of my annotations was around the composting bin, which is this part of the design and this part down here. So compost bin might be the title that I'm thinking about for the main heading, and if I wanted to edit that, I come into properties and like usual select my height of the text. So think again about how big your layout is. Can this be seen from a distance if you want it to be seen as a poster or a distance away? Think about the size that you want your annotations and where you're going to place this information. So I'm going to add to my text now, compost bin, and the main features. So I might say okay, I'm going to make this text box bigger, check that I haven't got any spelling errors, and change the height of this to be different to the heading. So compost bin allows for easy access. It has ventilation spaces to break down. It has levels of composting to get to, so as it comes to the bottom it's pretty much ready to be integrated with the soil. I might want to include a line segment to go with that, maybe here, maybe here. Just check if you've drawn a line and it's coming up like this, it's going to have to do with the selection of that. So check. It, and there's one here. I need to check that it's got color instead of being transparent. And if I wanted to edit my line, I can go in and change the properties of that line as well. So to change the properties of that line, I would select a line, change the fill and the stroke, and then I can edit the thickness of that stroke here. You can see it's getting really bold. I don't want it to be bigger than or more important than the images. The images should be the hero, but I also want to make sure that it's clear what it is that I'm talking about when I'm annotating. You might just put your annotations close to those. Perhaps I decide I don't want that there at all. Okay, and that finishes our final. Good for you to make sure that your annotations explain the whole drawing, so it's likely that I would come across and add some more annotations that help explain here. This might be integrated seating, and this might be allows for easy access or allows for close proximity. Of bins to students' eating areas. And I would probably suggest that you're thinking about including the materials, perforated steel mesh, for durability and easy cleaning. Try not to have any hyphens, so adjust the width of your annotations. So this integrated seating I'm talking about down here, it's likely that I would also put a comment about the vegetation. So I'll put another Control-C, Control-V to copy a text. So I'm going to say garden space creates a green area which is inviting for the user. It softens the area having vegetation integrated into your design. It might be that in this final presentation your design doesn't have vegetation, but around it might have vegetation. So integrated vegetation, and then perhaps another annotation around here that talks about the bins, general rubbish. That's going to be this part here, Control-C, Control-V. So a clear or translucent, maybe we'll make it clear face to the general rubbish allows people to observe the amount of rubbish being thrown away. Got a cutout shape of a turtle for that general rubbish, and it also allows for easy observation of incorrect rubbish disposal. Okay, so that's a fairly big annotation. I'm going to change the size. General rubbish, so this is the clear face here in the shape of the turtle. Recycled is next to that. Control-C, Control-V. Oh, just having a bit of a non-responding. So my last annotation for this tutorial, I'll make it about the recycling. I see. Cans and bottles. And we've got a circular hole to encourage or to show people the type of make sure that your grammar is correct. Get one of your friends to have a look over your annotations. I'm going to drag this down a little bit so that it's away from the drawing. Might be a little bit condensed here. Might find I'll come back and maybe reduce the size of this text. A3, at the moment we've got 0.8. Okay, and that finishes everything I really wanted to share with you about how to make your final presentations look very professional before we present.